right, guys, it's time to fill you in on all the celebs who are making headlines.
Yeah, pop culture expert Naz Perez is here with the scoop.
All right, let's begin.
Hey, girl, hey.
Okay,
I'm so good.
Let's start with Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
We feel like we haven't seen him around in a bit.
Right?
Where's
so
he been?
I know, where has he been? Pete Davidson made his first red carpet debut appearance in almost a year and a half. He attended the opening of a new Broadway show called All in Love, Comedy About Love, starring his friend, or excuse me, it's called All In Comedy About Love, starring John Mulaney. But he recently did an interview with W Magazine where he said, I don't want to be known as this loser that just dates everybody. That is not who I am, which I was sad to hear because you guys know I always hope to be Pete Davidson's future ex-girlfriend. But anyways, he said that he wants to be known for doing good things, supporting movies and charities and stand-up. And he said after a year of dealing just with media scrutiny, hate from fans, he really took time to come back to himself, and he called the breakup blessing, to shed this like oversaturation of celebrity status that he's kind of come to regret.
Interesting.
That's good.
Right?
Yeah, really good.
Let's talk about Nicole Kidman, because she's making headlines. She said something in an interview that surprised people.
Yeah, so we all know that Nicole Kidman is like one of the biggest movie stars in the world. It feels like every year Nicole Kidman's starring in something. She recently got a Golden Globe nomination for her role in the film Baby Girl. But there was a moment where this phase in her career almost never happened. So she recently told CBS News that she wanted to quit acting in 2008.
wow.
This was the year that she moved to a farm in Nashville with Keith Urban. They had their first kid together, and she wanted to leave it behind. But it was her mother that really told her that she should keep going, because her mom comes from a generation of women who didn't really have the opportunity to manage family and career. So Nicole kept going. And of course, you both know that she lost her mother in September, but at least her mom got to see her win multiple Emmys and Golden Globes and get 2 more Oscar nominations before, you know, quitting before convincing her to stay in show
That's
business.
really cool.
that's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine if Nicole never did the AMC advertisement? I don't even want to know what that timeline
She just
would be
wore
like.
that suit again, by the way, on, I think
Really?
on
The
Jimmy
Michael Kors
Fallon.
one?
Yeah,
She
that
did?
kind of stripe.
God, it's so good on
okay,
her.
so
She's so statuesque.
let's talk about Dua Lipa. We you know, there was some chatter around her being snubbed for a Grammy because she had a big album this year.
Huge album. Yeah, so people were really surprised when the Grammy nominations came out and they didn't see her name mentioned, because she had an album come out in May, like you said, Radical Optimism, had huge hits on it like Houdini and Training Season. And despite her having gotten 10 Grammy nominations in the past, winning Best New Artist in 2019 and 2 other Grammys, she didn't get any nominations this year. And so
Why do
she
you think
spoke
that
to
is?
Billboard UK and about the snub. And she said, you know, I'm really grateful for this album and where it's gotten me, and I'm having so much fun performing it live. And it's a bummer to not get recognized by your industry, but she's so happy that there are so many female artists being nominated at the Grammys this year.
Yeah, it was a big year for women.
Big year, right? And so her sole focus now is really just on the Radical Optimism Global Tour, which will hit North America in September of next year. But it sounds like Radical Optimism is way more than an album title for her. I feel like it's like a way of life. And she's just so much more than a musical artist to me.
Agree.
Yeah.
Agree.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Naz.
Thank you.